What's up, everybody? Maddox here. Welcome back to the Poke Historian. This is the show where sometimes I'll do a fireside chat with you and we'll just talk about whatever is on my mind. And tonight, I've been thinking about the new Lego Pokemon sets that are coming out. People are very excited about this. It's definitely taken the internet by storm. And I wanted to give you my thoughts on these sets and how they're looking. So, first and foremost, I'm a pretty big Lego fan. Actually, over here, you probably can't see it too well. Just show you real quick. I have a whole Lego city set up down there. I love the Lego city sets and I love building towns made out of Lego bricks and having police stations and stores and residential districts. It's really fun for me. You know, I'm involved in the development world, so that kind of stuff just really fascinates me and I love constructing it with Legos. I think actually the Legos are what got me into my current career path. But so anyways, when I say that I was looking forward to the Lego Pokemon sets, I really mean it because Lego is just a huge part of what I enjoy in hobbies. So we got the new sets. We got three of them. There's a Pikachu set where it's a Pikachu model. We got an Eevee model. And we got a Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard model. And what do I think about these sets? Well, I think as far as what they're trying to be, which is models of the Pokemon they represent, I think they look pretty good. I especially think the Eevee looks really great. I also think that the Charizard out of the Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard set, you would call it, looks really nice. Pikachu looks okay, like nothing crazy, but he looks pretty decent. So I'd say overall, like whoever designed these sets did a very good job in capturing the source material, and they certainly will look cool on display in your home or abode or your office, wherever you want to keep them. However, I was kind of hoping that we would get like more like play-oriented sets with minifigures, like this farmer guy. Howdy, y'all. Those sets are always the most fun for me because, like I said, I like to build cities out of Legos, and part of building the cities is you want to have the residents that can live there, and I have those to be the minifigures. So, to me, it would have been really cool to get like a Pokemon Center Lego set with minifigures and little Pokemon that I could scatter around in my town. Like that would have been something I really would have wanted. Or even like, can you imagine like a Team Rocket base where you have like Jesse and James and Giovanni, maybe like Red breaking into it and beating all the trainers? That would have been a really cool set too, like more play sets kind of thing. But instead, we got these models, and the models are pretty expensive too. I think this cheapest one is Eevee, which is $60, and then Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard is like $650, so very expensive. I wasn't expecting that. I really was thinking we'd get like a variety of sets for different prices, ranging from pretty affordable for kids to adults, but we didn't get that. And it's also interesting to look at the marketing materials, and like they were definitely marketing this stuff. If you watch the video they put out and you also look at the pictures they put out of like the guy building the Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard set, the people featured in this video like are my age or even older. So I was kind of surprised to see that, but I also understand it to some level too because there are so many adults that are into Pokemon now. But I just thought we'd see a little bit more of a balance there, but I guess the idea is they're chasing the money, and the people in my generation, a little bit older, a little bit younger, are the ones they think are holding the piggy banks, so they're marketing to us. But if you're trying to make Pokemon successful into the future, though, you think you'd want to do more than just capitalize on the nostalgia, right? You'd want to be marketing to everyone. And that also ties into my point with the models, too, is like the Pokemon they chose were the most obvious picks in the world, which I guess is obvious, okay, but it would have been fun just to see some, maybe like one or two obscure Pokemon, maybe even just one, like one Pokemon you wouldn't have been like expecting to be like in the first round of models. Like maybe a Dragonite or an Articuno or a Lugia, something popular, but like not just Eevee, Pikachu, and the big three. That would have been cool. But regardless, it is what it is. The models, for what they are, I think look pretty good. And they look like you can like change like the positions and the posture of them too, which is cool. Like you can move Pikachu's arms around and you can move Eevee around in whatever position you want, which is kind of fun. I think people have a good time with that. But overall, like no matter what I think about what could have been done here, this is still a pretty big move for both Lego and Pokemon, and it's going to end up being very successful. So doesn't really matter what I think what could have been. And we are also very early into this. We don't know what kind of sets we're going to get in the future. It's possible we're starting out with the models and then maybe we move into play sets next and we see more of that stuff geared towards the kids. And I think that would be perfect because it's in both companies' best interest to like continue to cater to the children, because when my generation and people a little bit younger, a little bit older get really old and stop buying the stuff or die off, if they want their companies to be successful, they're going to have to keep catering to the younger generations too. So hopefully they'll figure that out. But anyways, that's all I got to say about this. Am I going to be picking up these sets? Honestly, probably not. It's not what I was looking for. Like I said, I was looking more for something I was going to put in my town. But if this is something you enjoy, I do think any of them will make good display pieces. So not a bad pickup on that front. And hope everybody enjoys the sets. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's all I got for tonight. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.